will take you to the new headlines that Gantz is providing just this morning. He's saying that he's ready to be in second place of the camp. And moreover, he's saying that Yair Lapid is deserved to be the next prime minister. Gantz is even regretting some criticism he made about Lapid just last week. So no doubt Gantz is now probably understand that he is in a very bad position, might not even cross the minimum line if he runs only through blue and white, through Kahol Lavan. And therefore, he is doing all what he can to connect with other parties. And he's not the only one, because Ofer Shelach, also used to be part from Lapid, was talking last evening about the necessity in the left side of the map to connect the parties. So I believe that in the end of the way, we will see, let's say, not 10 parties in the center left, but probably 2, maybe 3, because they all understand they must unite, otherwise losing votes.
Now, is this, in a way, an endorsement for the positions that Lapid has taken? I mean, these two, Gantz and Lapid, held hands together in the last election campaign to take out Netanyahu. Gantz famously abandoning that relationship to become the alternate prime minister with Netanyahu, though. But Lapid appears to have played his cards better than Gantz to this point.
Well, I definitely think that Lapid is much more experienced and experienced politician, and even he knows how to maneuver politically in the Knesset, in the political system, better than Gantz. Look, Gantz is weak for months in the polls, and just until a few days ago, he still was, pretending, believing that he is still leading the camp. He didn't realize how his position is bad. So Lapid, I think, is as I said, is much more experienced, and he knows how to deliver the political actions needed, maybe to build a new coalition, to unite the camp, and so on. Now, I'm not sure that Lapid has enough support from the public, because he now gets no more than 15 seats in the polls. So, of course, that's quite a weakness. But again, if we are talking about the political actions needed to unite, to shift politicians from one position to another, Lapid is doing that better than Gantz.
Let's look at the right here now. By all accounts, the polls, the lion's share of the votes going to the right side of the spectrum here in these elections these days. Naftali Bennett, Gidon Saar here. Obviously, Smotrich going further right here, leaving the Amina camp here. Where do the alliances fit on that side of the spectrum?
Yes, so in my view, it's the most important question you now raised, because it was quite clear that in the left, in the end of the way, we will see, as we said, 3 parties or something like that. Now, the surprise of last evening was that Smotrich, in the tough right, let's say, announced that he will not run together with Bennett. And that definitely was unexpected. And it's a major question now, what does this move mean? Because now it's going, I don't want to go back to all the 3 elections we already had, but it's not, if they are running alone, Bennett and Smotrich, if they're not uniting, it means that both of them might not cross the minimum limit of 4 seats in the Knesset. So it's a huge risk by Smotrich, which I don't really understand why he takes. And it's a quite significant problem for Bennett, that I remind you, in the first elections, he began the polls with 16 seats, as he now gets in the polls, but in the end, he didn't get even the 4. So it's a huge risk for both of them. I don't understand why Smotrich is doing it, but that's a new development from last evening. And it not only risks the both parties, it risks the entire right camp, because if they lose so many votes, and it might happen, it will definitely help the left side.